Hello everyone and welcome to our Christmas giveaway stream. Unfortunately, Chelsea has caught the flu that is going around, so it is just me on today's stream, but I'm going to do my best to bring enough energy for both of us, and we're going to have a great time building a PC that you could possibly win. So the PC, I do have the full spec list here, but you can see I also am surrounded by hardware right now. And essentially this is like our massive Christmas giveaway. We're not just giving away a PC either, we're also giving away a whole setup. And behind me, I don't know if you can see, is it hidden by this motherboard box? You can maybe see that there is also some peripherals. So we've also got some ROG peripherals and Edifier speakers, and behind the PC case, which will be revealed later, there's also an AOC monitor that will be part of our massive setup giveaway. Remember, you can enter by going to the link that's either in the description or pinned in the chat on the stream, and you just go there and you use the Gleam page to enter basically. So yeah, go ahead and do that now. Good luck. I wish you all the best of luck. It's like over £3,000 worth of stuff, so it's a massive giveaway this Christmas, and thank you to all of the brands that have given us hardware to kind of do this all for you. Really exciting, and someone will have a great present in time for Christmas. So what have we got here? Let's go ahead and take a look at the specs. So you can see we have an Intel processor, and this CPU is the Intel Core Ultra 9 285K, which is like their super high-end CPU, flagship CPU right now, part of the Ultra series. I'm not sure how many cores it's got actually. It's got many cores. I'm pretty sure that's the flagship processor. The motherboard that we're going to be using is from MSI Z890, so another really good motherboard. This is the Gaming Plus Wi-Fi. Should we have let's have a little nose, take a look. Everyone say hi in the chat. Merry Christmas to everyone. I'm trying to bring like the festive vibes with the Christmas hat and the Christmas jumper. Oh, here we go. That's really nice actually. It's like a black and white build. It is going to be a black PC and the peripherals are white, so you've got like nice snowy white peripherals and speakers, and then a super sleek black system in this lovely HAVN BF360 case. So yeah, that's our case, HAVN BF360, which is like their brand new case. It's a top seller already because it just looks so nice, and I've built in one recently and it's super easy to build in as well, so I think I'm going to be okay. So our graphics card, which is obviously the main event, is from Palit, and we have an RTX 5070 Ti, which is perfect paired with that Intel i9 processor. You've got a massive 16 gigabytes of VRAM, and they've been kind enough to send us the OC version of that card as well. And I really like the cooler. It's like a black triple fan cooler with a little bit of RGB lighting, so I think that's going to look super pretty. How is everyone doing in the chat? Hi to everyone who's joining us. I hope you're having a good day so far. Yeah, wishing you the best of luck with the giveaway. Remember to enter and then come back and watch the stream so you can kind of watch me building what is hopefully your future PC. The all-in-one cooler is from TRYX or TRYX. How do you guys say it? Is it TRYX or TRYX? Let me know in the comments. I think it's TRYX, right? Probably makes the most sense. So this is the PANORAMA 360 ARGB. This is their one with like the really nice curved screen, and as you can see, it's an OLED screen as well, and you can pretty much put whatever you want on this as well. So wallpaper engine is super cool to use on like those little screens inside, or they have like their own software, the Canali software, and you can add like 3D rendered different like effects and things. So yeah, let me know what you'd put on the cooler inside the case, and yeah, this should be really good. It's the 360mm size, so it's going to fit right in the top of that case. And then to match this, we also have some more TRYX or TRYX, some fans. So these are the three 120 fans that are going to go in the front, and then in the back I'm going to be installing some HAVN H12 fans. Oh, sorry, not fans, fan. I've got a triple pack, but I only need one, so that's going to be going in the back of the case, and that's in a matching black. Of course, what everyone cares about right now, memory. I've had so many people ask us to do a giveaway on just memory, but you can win some memory with a free PC alongside it. So we've got Kingston Fury, so thank you to Kingston for sending this over. What is it? It's 16 gigabytes, which is plenty for most people for gaming. Yeah, DDR5 to match our Intel processor. And they've also sent over as well an SSD. So this is a 2 terabyte Kingston Fury SSD. And I think this is a really fast, is this Gen 5? Oh, it is Gen 5. PCIe Gen 5 storage drive as well. So, woo! That is going to be really good to pair with the high-end motherboard. And, oh, of course, not forgetting the power supply. Probably actually one of the most important parts in your system, I think. And we've got a nice high-end one. So thank you to Seasonic for sending this in. So this is the Focus ATX 3. So this is ATX 3.1, PCIe 5.1. Very important to pair with that RTX 50 series graphics card. It's 1,000 watts as well. So more than enough for this particular system. And 80 plus gold. And I think it's also modular as well. Seasonic makes some really high-end power supplies. They're like my go-to. Or maybe someone that uses Seasonic as like the OEM, so I think like Fantex and ASUS maybe. Yeah, they're like a super high-end PSU, so very excited. Where should we start, guys? Hello to everyone in the chat. Merry Christmas to everyone. Thank you so much for joining. I bet you guys are so excited. So the giveaway ends tomorrow, so we're not going to announce the winner tonight, but you'll hopefully see what you're going to win, which is cool. I think, should we start with the motherboard? That's what I normally do. Motherboard and CPU. Let's get the rest of this out of the way. Should we do a poll? What should we do for a poll? Should we do like CPU or memory, or like what order should we build in? Let's vote for the next part after the CPU, memory, storage, and then after that, do we do all-in-one cooler? Probably. Yeah, we definitely need these three. That out of the way. Oh, this is my, oh, I've also got the peripherals on here. You can now see the peripherals. We've got a ROG Harp Ace mouse mini in white. ROG Pelta Delta tri-mode wireless white headset. Nice. Ooh, I like the Falchion, and this is like a low profile version of the Falchion as well in white with RGB lighting. So that's your peripherals, and then you've also got, can you guys, oh no, you can't see that yet. Let's move this, we need the CPU. What a giant box for a CPU. Let's get this lovely big HAVN case out the way. And then you guys can see the AOC monitor. What monitor is this? Because I'll see if I can get the actual information. AOC 27-inch Agon U27G4R. It's IPS 4K and 160 hertz. So that's like as good as you can get, I suppose, because you couldn't really have like 4K 240, could you? Because you'd never have a GPU that could run it. Oh no, hang on. For some reason, I've got 160 hertz or 320 hertz. Does it have dual refresh rate? That would be really cool. So you could do like 1080p 320 or 4K 160. I'm not sure. We'll see if we can find that out. Let you guys know. That would be pretty epic if it does both. We'll see if we can find that out. So let's get these back out of the way. Oh, and we've got the Edifier speakers there as well. So you literally have the entire setup ready to go. Someone's going to have a great Christmas with this. Here we go. Yes, okay, so it is dual. It's either 4K and 160 or 1080p at 320 hertz. I mean, that's literally the best of both worlds, isn't it? You don't have to choose. You can have both. Let's say hi to everyone in the chat. Build it in reverse. That would be impossible. Where would you start? Probably case and then GPU, but then you'd have nothing to plug the GPU into. Or case and then motherboard all-in-one cooler. I don't think you could, I wouldn't even know where to start. I do love a poll. I really do love a poll. Everyone's voting for CPU. Okay, I'll get on with actually building it because we're going to run out of time completely. Begin by pressing the power button. I should. Let's press it. Oh yeah, nothing happened. Cool, let's get going. You know what? I think the Christmas jumper might already have to come off. We've got all these studio lights in here, and it soon starts to get pretty warm very fast, and I can already feel myself like warming up. Get the motherboard open. I'm sure the audio is terrible right now. That's a really nice motherboard. You guys, oh yeah, we've got the fancy top cam. Let's have a little look at that. Z890 Gaming Plus Wi-Fi from MSI, and it's black with like what looks to be sort of like a blue and grey pattern on it, which is really smart. I like that. And we've got the CPU, I'll have to remember, is actually plugged in on the opposite side. I remember when I'm threading my cables through. And the CPU fan connector is up there. It's a little bit of a different layout. Then we've got that Gen 5 slot for our fast storage. Bit of like a gaming graphic on there as well. Look at this Intel box. That's fancy, isn't it? I wonder if we've got this because it's for a giveaway, maybe. Ooh! They've gift wrapped it! That's cute. Oh, it's got amazing new tech smell as well. Is there anything else in here? No, it's just... This, I imagine, could make like a real mess. There we go. Yeah, I have to clean it up later as well. I should calm down with that. We've got blue silly string everywhere. The PC is going to come with free confetti. Sweet, thank you, Intel. Very cute gift wrapped. I can't speak. Gift wrapped CPU. Put that up there. There we go. I need my trusty scissors to get it open. What's winning on the poll? I'm guessing it's CPU, isn't it? Yeah. I'm pretty sure CPU won. Yeah, 63%. Okay, good thing, because I'm going for the CPU. Then what was the next percentage after CPU? Memory. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. That's the order I normally do it in as well. Put those scissors away. I really like the packaging of these new Intel CPUs. That's very, it feels a little bit more environmentally friendly because there's less plastic, but it also is quite a nice unboxing experience as well. And you've got like a box that you can display afterwards. Here we go. Does anyone else find this bit quite nerve-wracking where you have to lift up the socket and then basically force the CPU in? There we go. The Intel CPU going in. Such a large socket now. Popped off. And the arm is in. Look at that. Easy. Got this memory open. Oh, we could do a poll. We could do you have DDR4 or DDR5 memory currently in your system? Oh, this is the RGB one as well. Nice. DDR4 or DDR5. I'm interested how many people still have systems with DDR4 memory. I'm guessing it's probably quite a few people because the last generation of like AM4 was actually really good. And there's not much reason to upgrade. I'm putting the memory into slots 2 and 4. I hope that's correct for this motherboard. Don't worry, even though I'm building this PC, it will get checked over by our tech department before it gets sent out. I've built a few PCs, but they've done hundreds of PCs, so they know what they're doing. So let's get this off. And this is like the one thing you can never forget is to peel off this this little cover here that's on like the thermal pad. I've been asked, out of the many PCs that I've built, how many of them actually worked. All of them, but maybe in some cases a little bit more intervention was required. We had one recently where there was an issue with the case, and because when the USB-C header was plugged into the motherboard, it wouldn't boot. It was just completely dead. That took quite a few troubleshooting steps in order to get that fixed. If it was a PC I was building at home, I would have just, I never would have guessed that the USB-C like would have basically stopped the entire PC from booting. We changed the motherboard and everything, and it was basically whenever the USB-C cable was plugged in for the case, it just wouldn't boot. This is a nice little drive. I like that. They've made it look fancy, even though you'd never see it because it's going to be under this big heatsink. But it does look nice. We had a question. How much RAM is being installed? So we've got two 8GB sticks. So a total of 16 gigabytes that Kingston have sent over for this build, which is plenty for most games, to be fair. There's not many that have 32 gigabytes on their requirements list. That one's in. So all of these motherboards now have like a neat little quick connect. So thank you MSI for that. That makes installation so easy. And now it's just a toolless connector. And then I don't remember how this went on. Definitely not correct. I should have paid more attention when I took it off as to how it goes back on. It came off so easily as well. Oh, there we go. It's like a slide in and then a push down. Sweet. So we got the memory, CPU, and Gen 5 storage installed. I guess we should put this in the case, or we've got some fans to put in the case. What should we do next, guys? We won't do a poll, we'll just do, oh, it's like a 50-50 split between DDR5 and DDR4. 12% have DDR3 in order. You guys really need to win this giveaway if you've got DDR3. I wonder what CPU would DDR3 be? Is that like 7th gen Intel, maybe? I'm not sure, actually. Or 7th gen DDR2. Because there wasn't, the i7-4700K was like a really good CPU. DDR3, yeah, 2nd, 3rd, and 4th gen. Oh my goodness. Oh, some 7th gen laptop chips also have DDR3. Yeah, oh no, it was 4th gen. So the i7-4790K was DDR3. I can understand if you've held on to that CPU because that was an epic CPU. That was a brilliant CPU. Okay, what are we saying in chat for what we should do next? Yeah, what should we do next, guys? 60. You need 30 gigabytes. Yeah, it is only 16, but I guess if you want to install more, there is slots for it. Kingston sponsored the giveaway PC, and as you can imagine with the price of memory now, even 16 gigabytes is quite a lot, so I'm not going to complain. What should we do next? Yeah, DDR3 is great. Yeah, to be fair, some older DDR3 CPUs are perfect, and you won't notice much difference in your memory anyway. But yeah, half of you are using DDR5 anyway, so you've already got pretty good PCs. Here it is. The HAVN BF360, which is like everyone's favorite case right now. So I'm so happy that we're doing a build and a HAVN case. Ah, I know. So it is like toolless removal mostly, but it does have some screws that come with the case that basically hold the panels on during shipping. So I just need to take those out so that you guys can see. Oh, let's get that off. So the glass panel comes off the side. I'm trying to find somewhere safe to put that. And then this top panel actually comes off as well. And the best thing about it is also like the metal plate that you install the all-in-one cooler to also comes out. So I can remove that and then I've got like loads of access. And also it's better for when you're watching on video because you can actually see what I'm doing. So it makes for a more interesting build. There we go. So that's like the filter that comes off. So it's nice. It's got like loads and loads of airflow and also filter that's easy to clean. And then this has another screw. Sorry, another 2 screws. Sorry, it's like I'm very close to the camera right now. And then that comes off. How cool is that? And then you can see on camera, like the front camera, what I'm actually doing. It's like the perfect YouTuber case. You can actually see what you're building. So it looks like our motherboard standoff's already pre-installed in the ATX position, so that makes my life much easier as well. And I'm just going to check, it does have a built-in IO shield. I nearly forgot for a second there, but thankfully it's built in. I'm so used to motherboards having them built in these days that it almost makes it easier to forget because you're so used to them already being pre-installed. To get it lined up. There we go. And now this is where I really miss Chelsea, because normally one of us can stand and screw in like the 1 million motherboard screws and the other one can be entertaining. But instead you've just got me, who I have to attempt to be entertaining while also screwing in the 11 motherboard screws. So it has like this little package that comes with the case, and there's a user guide in here, so if you're a noob and you've never built a PC before, it's got loads of pictures that tell you what to do, which is very handy. So it's nice of HAVN to do that. And we've also got some accessories. There's cable ties if I ever get round to cable management. We'll see. I'm flying through pretty fast so far. Yeah, we're only like 25 minutes in. That's famous last words though, isn't it? Actually, I need to install fans. No, I'll put the motherboard in first. I've got fans to install in the front as well, because as you can see right now, it's missing them. They're all labelled, which is also very handy. So I know which one does what. That's motherboard. How are we doing in chat? Have we still got that poll open with the memory? Yeah, it's 54% DDR5 now, which I totally get. The giveaway is UK only. Yeah, we're called Overclockers UK. We're a UK-based retailer. I understand though, because I see on the YouTube analytics, we have a lot of people that watch from like the US and also India and Canada and things as well, and even like Germany, English-speaking countries. But because we are a UK-based retailer, when we do these giveaways, they are UK only. And even a lot of the stock on the website and things now is also UK only, because it's basically become quite difficult to ship things since the UK left the EU. So yeah, there's even certain products we can't ship worldwide, and like giveaways make it very difficult. So it is UK only. I'm sorry if you guys are watching not from the UK, but you can still watch the stream hopefully and enjoy the PC build in the BF360 that I'm doing right now, and enjoy the Christmas vibes hopefully, and yeah, think about winning, I suppose. How's everyone in the chat doing? Let's take a quick look. There's no rush. I'll try and be chill. There is a deadline of like 7 PM because the building shuts down, but so I would quite like to get it turned on, but we'll see how far we get. There is 18 hours left to enter the giveaway. We currently have 17,000 entries, so wow. Thank you to everyone who's entered. That is like a lot of entries. But it's better odds than winning the lottery. And it's actually, yeah, it's one in 17,000 is not bad actually. It's pretty good odds. And I suppose like each person has multiple entries as well, so if you do like all 10, then I think you'll get like 10 entries anyway, so you get more chances to win. Yeah, join the giveaway using the link which will be in the chat, or it will be in the description below the live stream. I did add it in both places, so hopefully you can see them. I'm just gradually screwing in the motherboard. Very boring. So, there's no real way to make this exciting. And oh no, it's okay. I was like, I would normally put that all-in-one cooler bracket on as well, and I've totally forgotten to do that. But I think there's very good access in this case, so we should be fine. I might actually just check before I finish screwing in the motherboard, because then I might have to unscrew it. But I think we're fine, because I'm sure it's got good access. How are we looking at the back? Let's take this side panel off. Yeah, that's good. We've got plenty of space back there, so that's good. A lot of the time I install it while it's out the case, because I find it easier to do it that way, but I was just so keen to get it installed. I forgot. Yeah, remember to enter, guys, and I wish you luck. It's nice. We've actually had like 12 days of giveaways, and a lot of the winners as well, when we email out, they're so happy to win, which is really wholesome. And I always like it. People sometimes tag us on social media as well, and they're like, "Hi everyone, look what I won." And it's really nice to see people that, you know, genuinely are like real PC gamers, and they've just got like an epic upgrade for their setup for free, which is great. Which is why the reason we do it, basically. I think Overclockers, obviously we're a retailer, but I feel like we also have a really good community as well, which is nice. It's the gaming community in general is very friendly, and well, I suppose when you're, you know, not on the same team as them in a shooter, but if you meet gamers like IRL, most of them are pretty friendly, and I think, yeah, the community in general is pretty good, so it's nice to be able to sort of give something back, because we've got some great relationships with like different companies. So we go to them at Christmas and we're like, can you guys like help us out, like Intel for example, do you want to sponsor like our Christmas giveaway and things, and most of them are like really up for it, so it's great. It means we can do big giveaways like this. Someone will win this PC. Okay, I think that's all of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah. Sometimes I miss one, which is not great. So I think now the motherboard is in, I'm going to put the front fans in. So we have, these are TRYX fans, which I didn't realize actually you can buy them separately, because they come on the all-in-one cooler, but I guess if you want it to sync up completely, then you can also just buy the fans separately. And because we've got the HAVN non-flow case, the flow comes with two 180s in the front, the non-flow case comes with like a bracket, so you can install 140 or 120 fans, and I am going to install some nice 120 fans. So the reason we've gone for 120s is that they'll match the fans that are on the all-in-one cooler, because it's a 360mm radiator. And we did kind of and ah about putting 140s at the front instead, but I was like, oh no, we'll go for 120s, because then they match the rest of the build. And we're going to put like a black 120 in the rear as well, just like a plain HAVN fan. I've been a PC gamer for over 50 years. Were PCs even around that long ago? That's got to be like 15, surely. 50 years. I suppose you could be a gamer for 50 years. PC. Oh no, I suppose you would be like, that would be like 1970. Yeah, I suppose PCs have been around a really long time. Early PCs. Right, let's take a look. We got a nice box of fans. Ooh. Dropped one. Yeah, they're each got their own little cardboard sleeve, like a reveal. And they've got this, like a white clear plastic fan. Yes, like really RGB, you can see on that picture. And it's got a little silver middle triple pack, and I think they magnetically connect together, which is really cool. You got this little connector, so they should just slot together neatly. Let's see, I think we need to take the front panel off. Yeah, that was so easy, wasn't it? It's just magnetic. So when it comes to cleaning your filter, you can just take it off. I think the jumper's gonna have to come off now. I've like held on for as long as I can. I'm trying to be festive, but it's yeah, it's not working out. I'm getting very warm. Yeah, be quiet have been good actually. They gave away some other stuff for our Christmas giveaway as part of the 12 days. Get the rest of these fans out. Ready. Very satisfying. So one of the best part of my job is unboxing new hardware. It's really fun. Love it. We've got 3 fans, and I think we'll probably need some sort of like cable as well. So I'm hoping there's a cable in the box. And does the BF360 have? Can you guys see a fan hub? Is there a fan hub? No, I don't think so. That's okay. I think our motherboard's got plenty of fan headers, so it should be good. See what cables. Ah, so oh, maybe I thought they might connect into each other, but maybe they don't, because there is 3 cables in there. Oh, we've got some screws, but only 4 screws. Oh no, there's another set of 4 screws, and there's another set of 4 screws. Okay. I'm going to have to read the manual just to check how they actually connect into each other. I've got some of the Fantex ones at home, which are quite cool. So they sort of like connect, and then you add this extra piece that gives them like a bit more oh, that's a hard word to say, rigidity. And then the Lianli ones have like a plastic piece that clips on the side. Just have a look how TRYX does it. Okay. Yeah, so it does only need 1 cable. I'll be honest, you guys see the instructions. They're very simple. Just very simple images. Not much information apart from that. So, okay. Maybe it's because they're really simple to put together. Nope, okay. There's some arrows. Definitely arrows. Ooh, okay, that one seemed to like that one. Maybe? Yeah, they feel like they want to repel each other. Do they maybe just sit next to each other? I thought maybe they were going to like click, but I think they might just kind of touch as opposed to click. It doesn't show any clicking. They just sort of touch together, I guess, and then you install them like that. Okay, I guess that's how they talk to each other. And then this goes on the end. I thought they'd have maybe some sort of cover or something. Oh yeah, the pins actually, when you put them together and you push, they do kind of push into each other. So I guess that must just be it. Right, let's see if this piece comes off the front. It's got to. The rest of the HAVN case like comes apart. Ah yeah, there's some screws there. Okay, let's get going. How's everyone in the chat? Let me do a chat check-in. It's going very fast today. I'm finding it hard to keep up. There's so many of you guys watching. Might be popping up to OC in the new year to collect my 580 in person. I don't blame you. Yeah, sometimes it's safer to collect it. Just double check that we are going to be open, because obviously we have Christmas opening hours, and we do we're not open like normal retail hours. We have a short window where you can do click and collect, and also make sure that you've got your collection email as well. Especially if you're traveling from really far away. I wouldn't want you to come all that way and then not be able to actually get the product you came from. Old Battlefield 2 and Team Fortress player here. When are they going to make like an updated Team Fortress? It's just, I feel like it's never coming at this point, is it? I suppose the old one still has plenty of players. Does anyone have info when we'll have the X870 in stock? So if you so if you go on the website and go to customer service, there's a option where you can send a ticket. And then if you send a ticket into our customer service team, they can check to see if there's any like ETA of a product that you've pre-ordered. If it's not on pre-order, we might not be getting it in again. But in some cases we do. It might just be currently out of stock. So yeah, it's always best. You can always send a web note, and our customer service team, they can check stuff like that for you. So that's very helpful if you're after something specific. Or they'll also tell you we're not going to get it anymore, which also means you can then look for something else, which is helpful. So yeah, definitely check that. What else have we got going on in chat? Let's have a quick look. I have a working Voodoo 3D FX card. Whoa. That's some like ancient history. DOS-based games. Wow. I'm sure some of these CPUs, I don't even recognize the names of these. This was definitely before I got into PC building like 10 years ago. My last build was 2018. You're definitely due for an upgrade. Maybe you'll win an upgrade. Maybe you'll win an upgrade. I got an Intel Nahelm 980X. I don't even know how to say that. i7 980X 2010. Intel's first 6-core CPU. Ooh. Yeah, my first CPU was an AMD. It was AMD, and it was AMD like when they were bad. I think it was like some sort of bulldozer chip, but I can't remember what chip that it was. But I did the thing of like, oh, it's got more cores. And a higher clock speed, so it must be faster, before I knew like instructions per clock were like a thing. So on paper it looked better, but it wasn't. I should have just got an Intel CPU. Yeah, that was like my first PC building mistake, I suppose, my first system. And then my first graphics card, I can't even remember what that was. I think it was AMD, and I just bought like a used one. Off a friend, and I think it was like £50, so it probably wasn't very good either. But I could play League of Legends, and that's like all I cared about at that time. So, okay, I've taken this off the case, and now I'm like, which way around does it go? Yeah, so that goes in like that. So that's the front, so you need to go in like this. Okay. Trying to engage my brain. It's been a long day. It's been a long day. I'm just trying to work out which way around the fans go. Okay, so we have our videographer who's like running the stream. He's put, my first was a Radeon 7870 because I bought an AP PC from eBay for £450. I was scammed. Oh dear. Who's done that? Who bought their first PC from eBay and it said it had like an i7, but it was like a first gen i7 and it was terrible. I feel like so many people made that mistake. Is Threadripper worth it? I think Threadripper's worth it depending on what you're doing. It's not worth it if you're a gamer, but if you do like heavy workstation stuff, then Threadripper's definitely worth it. 8-Pack loves Threadripper. He sells loads of systems with Threadripper CPUs. It's like the go-to workstation. Let's have another look in chat. I'm trying to keep up. You guys are talking so much today. I love the humor in Team Fortress 2. Yeah, it's a very silly game. 300 miles. Oh my goodness, where do you live? That's got to be like the other end of the country for sure. That's really far away. AMD K8 was my first. I don't even recognize. The AMD FX series. Yeah. AMD Athlon 64. Oh my goodness. I got a 64GB DDR5 6600 last year for £220. Wow, Whiskey Mechanic. You, like, yeah, that was a steal. You know what? I've done the same thing. I now look at my my memory, because I've also got 64 gigs at home, because obviously I do video stuff, so I kind of need it for editing. And I now look at my memory in a completely different way, because I think it's actually worth similar to my GPU now, which is crazy. If I wanted to rebuy it, it's yeah. If you bought memory before September, that was a smart move. Who would have thought like the most expensive part of upgrading your PC would be memory? What times we live in. Do you remember, this is what I remember, when SSDs came out, it used to be like £1 per gig. So if someone had like a 500 gigabyte SSD, it was like £500, and they were obviously loaded because they spent so much on storage. We're basically there with like memory again, aren't we? But it's like, so if it would be a lot more than £1 per gig now. It'd be like £10 per gig probably, which is crazy. Well, I've got loads of screws to screw in again, which is really boring. So yeah, I'll just keep reading the chat while I screw in all these TRYX fan screws. The first computer our family had was an electronic typewriter. 3.25 floppy disk. Is that like a, because I don't remember them, because I only remember like the regular floppy disk, but I know before that there was like a bigger floppy disk as well, which I actually found out recently from, I was talking to someone who worked with some of the first computers. I can't remember what his job was, but essentially it was like when they took up an entire room, he was like working with them, and he was saying like that when you wanted to tell it to do a command, you had to like basically switch loads of cables around, and that would kind of tell the computer what to do, which was crazy. And they said there was like massive printouts of data as well, and it would print out, and you had to there was like physical discs, I think, with information on as well. It's a completely different world. So yeah, it's crazy how much smaller technology is now, how much you can fit on a tiny little SD card. My RAM now costs as much as a 5080. That is crazy. You could probably trade, actually. I'm sure I was reading on Reddit that someone traded like a 64 gigabyte kit of memory for a graphics card. So if you happen to buy like a spare kit, you could probably upgrade your GPU with it now. Gosh, there's so many names of like old hardware in the chat that I don't recognize. I don't think I've not been into PCs long enough. I think, when did I build my first PC? It was probably 2014, maybe? No, probably earlier than that, actually. It's like about 12 years. I think 2013 was like my first PC. Or maybe even, no, probably earlier than that. Maybe 2011 was my first PC build. It was a while ago. I bought 192 gigabytes of RAM for my NAS back in 2023. It was £230. Now it's £1,090. See, that was a better investment than like many things you could have bought back in 2023. Maybe similar growth to like Nvidia shares. And it's memory. My first computer was a calculator. Yeah, I had one of those in school. Like a fancy, was it called a scientific calculator? And it could do a load of functions that I never used ever again. But they basically made you buy one when you went to secondary school. I saw that a 5070, wasn't it? I think it was. I think someone did. They traded a memory kit for a 5070, which is like an amazing deal. It makes you look at your memory in a different way. They got scammed. It was a 192 gigabyte kit for a 5070 Ti. Who was it that got scammed? I'm not sure who got the good deal there. Probably actually the person that got the memory, I suppose. 192 gigabyte kit must be worth a lot of money now. $2,200 trade. Okay, yeah. So, yeah. I guess if they bought that memory for like £300 or $300, then I guess they got a good deal. Floppies were 5.5 inch or 3.25 inch. It was either discs. That was it. It was like, basically you had to put these like giant discs in that I guess kind of worked like vinyls, where they had like the texture of it would tell the computer what to do. 5.5 inch floppies. Yeah, I love this. I love how, I was watching a video that was explaining how we have like really obsolete things, like words that we use now that like don't make sense to young people. Like when you say like, oh, I'm gonna pick up the phone, because like you don't have a phone, or like I'm gonna hang up the phone, because we don't have physical phones like that anymore. You like your mobile phone, you press a button on it, or like the save icon is a floppy disk, and obviously to people that were born, you know, I don't know, like 2005, they've never had to use a floppy disk really. They never had to interact with it. There's certain icons that we see and use every day, or like words that we use that just are completely obsolete. I suppose like you still have folders, don't you, on your desktop, but no one really uses like physical folders anymore. Everything's digital. It's quite interesting how things move on, but kind of the language stays the same. Great looking PC configuration. Someone is going to be so lucky. Yes, they are going to be super lucky. I'm a bit jealous actually. I really like this case. I think I was going to upgrade. I currently have that little Johnsbow case. I think it's is it a D30? I can't remember the name of it. It's a smallish case. It takes an ATX motherboard, but it's got like a little screen on the front. But I think if I was going to upgrade, I'd probably go to like a BF360 or HS420. Even though the HS420 is huge, I really like that you can put a screen in the front if you want to. I think that's quite a cool feature. So yeah, I'd probably go for one of those. Let's get this fan screwed in. Sorry, this is taking forever because I've got so many fan screws. But one thing I will say that TRYX has got going for them is that they're really easy to screw in, and often fan screws are a massive pain, and you're like there aggressively trying to get it in and wishing that you had an electronic screwdriver. Yeah, these screws seem to fit perfectly and go in very easily. I'm just taking my time with it. I don't want to mess this up because you only really get one go, don't you? And it's someone's gonna win this PC, and I don't want it to be bad. Back in 1990. Wow, 12 megahertz. I bet at the time that was like peak performance. Probably couldn't get better. It's like, I think when there was like the first 1 gigabyte hard drive came out, I bet everyone was like, whoa. Now we've got terabytes. Apparently that's what speed I run at, 12 megahertz. Today my brain is 12 megahertz brain for sure. That's, there we go. So hopefully those connectors are, and that one actually looks, I might adjust that one because I'm not sure it's fully in contact with the other fan. It's a very different method that TRYX have gone for, where they just kind of press into each other. The other ones, like the Fantex ones and the Ganley ones, they actually have little clippy connectors that hold them together. But I suppose there was that patent thing, wasn't there, with these fans that connect together. So maybe that's why TRYX has done that, so they're different and they don't infringe on the patent. I'm not sure who it is that holds it. It's either Ganley or Fantex that have the patent for it. There we go. That looks nice. Okay, should we... So this cable then connects into one of these fans, and it's got like this little foot on it, which is cool. They do give you all three though, so I suppose if you wanted to have like one fan in the bottom, one fan in the rear, and one fan in the front, you could do that, but they're more designed to connect into each other. I love the discussions in the chat as well today, guys. It's nice. Everyone's being very friendly. They're talking about, they're being all nostalgic about PC hardware, which is so cool. There we go. Lovely. Okay, and I even, not intentionally did this, it's lined up perfectly to thread through this slot here on the case by some sort of like happy accident. So yeah, well, I'm very pleased with that. So I'll thread those cables through. I don't know if you guys can actually see what I'm doing. It does line up nicely, I promise you. I'm just manhandling it right now. The little... It's not upside down, is it? No. Okay. Ah, there we go. There we go. It's my fault. The cable was like in the way. Perfect. Look at that. Sorry, I'm saying look at that and no one can see anything. There we go. Look at that. I'll put the front panel back on so we can get like the full effect. Yeah, you can fit, I put 120, but you can also put 140 or 180 in the front. HAVN, I think, put 180 in the front in the flow version. But I put 120 so it matches our all-in-one cooler essentially. But I think they look okay. They don't look too small actually. I was worried they'd look a little bit small and weird, but they're actually okay. So that's fallen out because I've forgotten to put the screws in, so I best do that. Now, which ones was it that came out? What type of case is that? It's a mid-tower, I think. I guess you call it a mid-tower because it fits an ATX motherboard. But it's not really a full-size case because it's also not huge. Oh no, that's okay. It's come out the bottom. Hate that when you drop them. I'm just checking these screws are the same. Yeah, they're slightly different. Okay. What have I have a feeling I've maybe trapped something. There we go. That's more like it. They won't be falling out now. So yeah, it is mid-tower case, and it's called the HAVN BF360. So yeah, HAVN's like a brand new case. This is the black version, which I actually think is my favorite because it has the stone effect panel, and I think the stone effect panel suits the black case more. And that's unusual for me because I love white PC hardware. But yeah, the black I think really suits like the grey effect front panel. Yeah, it's nice and it's dead easy to build in because you can just take everything apart, which makes my life so much easier. I think we should get the rear fan in now as we're on fans. I'm a big fan of fans. Haha. Ha ha ha. There we go. I'm gonna blow you guys away with my PC building. So, okay, it has a very baby connector. So I'm hoping there's some sort of extender in the box. Thought I'd missed this, but now I'm working late. Oh, okay. Is that good? I don't know if that's good or bad. Sigh. Nobody wants to work late, but also you get to watch the stream. Yay! One type of build I've always wanted to do is a proper SFF build. Yeah, I think, you know, when people they'll have like their gaming room where they've got a gaming PC, but also they've got the TV and they've got a little tiny like Plex server or like a little media server. Or maybe they use it just for playing some more like chill out couch co-op kind of titles that don't need super powerful hardware. I do really like those small builds, but I feel like because of the massive graphics cards and therefore you need a massive power supply and motherboards now, there doesn't seem to be as many like small like micro ATX or mini ITX options anymore. I feel like we've kind of moved away from that for a bit, and there's not that many small form factor cases coming out anymore either. You've still got some really good ones that are like older ones that are still being made, obviously, and you can still get. But yeah, it seems like we've kind of gone back to bigger PCs again, mainly because of the giant graphics cards. Although I think there is some 5070s you can get that are just like a single fan, which is quite cool. I don't know how well they perform. Probably like a triple fan cooler would be better, but it's a nice option if you're after a small build. So my fan has come with a cable. Yes. In, and then it's also come with its own little screws, which is handy. I was in the store recently picking up a new motherboard and I gave the front of house staff a laugh as I mistook a staff member for 8-pack. Oh, I wonder who it was that you mistook for 8-pack. There is a few guys here that definitely go to the gym, so maybe it was one of those. And they were also quite tall as well. But I don't imagine 8-pack would have been too pleased. Yeah, he likes to be the one and only, shall we say. When he's in the office, you know he's around. Okay, so we've got my cable with my cable. Oh, I made a boo-boo. It already came with a cable. And I didn't realize there was a cable threaded in the fan already, and I added another cable to it. Okay, we're good now. We're good. Let's get this on the case. I don't like doing this on my own. I'm also going to wish Chelsea was here, because trying to install a rear fan is always really awkward on your own. But look at the design on this fan. I think it's really cool. It kind of mimics like a propeller plane, a prop plane. I think they have this little spiral on them. And yeah, the HAVN fans are meant to be really good as well. We've tested them and we've started using them in some of our high-end systems because the cooling is really good. So yeah, very happy to add them in the back of this case. And I think there's quite a lot of RGB fans already in this build, so I think having a plain black fan on the case is will suit it as well. It means it's not going to be like too much RGB. Oh, that would be a good poll. So, do you have your RGB set to white? Do you have it off? Or do you have like colors? Let's have 3 options. White, off, or colors. I won't do like rainbow because, I mean, not many people have rainbow. They might just have like blue or something. I personally, because my system's white, I have mine set to like a blue color because I think blue looks really nice. But I'm quite interested to see what you guys have gone for. I reckon white might be quite popular because I think a black build with white lighting looks really sleek. Good arm workout, yeah. I'll be like 8-pack by the end of this video with the amount of screws I've been screwing in. Normally when we do a live stream build, we use a case that has the fans pre-installed, but because this is the case for the giveaway and we're using like the TRYX fans they kindly sent to us, we opted for the case that doesn't have the fans pre-installed. So yeah, I'm busy installing fans basically. But yeah, that's in. I think I should probably plug that in before I forget that it's not plugged in and then it doesn't actually turn on. There we go. There's a connector there very handily on this motherboard, so it's like in the perfect spot. And then we've got these connectors. So there's a RGB and it's like a 3-pin one, and then we've also got PWM. Yeah, there's one there. Although that one is for the CPU fan, so I should probably leave that for our all-in-one cooler. There we go. Can always tell the imposters they only have a 6-pack. Yeah. There's only one 8-pack. That would be cool, wouldn't it? If we like hired someone else to do the PC build and we could call them like a six pack instead of 8-pack. So red, I have a Diablo build. That's cool. I like systems that are themed around games. I think there's a game you really love. It makes sense. Nice to be different. Come on. I find RGB headers so awkward to plug in. Because it's just 3 tiny little pins and you have to get it at the perfect angle. It knows people are watching and it doesn't want to go in. I'm just like triple checking it. I've got it the correct way around. There we go. I like the cable management in this HAVN case as well. It's got like these little runners that you can push up and down. So you can kind of, I can add those, smush those cables together and then they look nice and neat. It can almost cable manage as I'm building. So, what do we reckon? All-in-one cooler next, probably? Or let's have a quick look at our RGB poll first, as I was on the subject of RGB. So, 22% of you have your RGB lighting off, 28% white, and 50% other colour. I'm proud of you guys for being colourful. I have mine blue, so yeah, I guess I'd be in the other colour option as well. I thought white would be more popular, because it does look very sleek. And I feel like that's the way the PC industry is going. Like when I went to Computex last year, not last year, it's not 2026 yet. Earlier this year when I went to Computex, there was a lot of wood and like black and tinted glass, and everything was very kind of sleek and modern and very grown up. Whereas the PC industry like 5 years ago was like RGB vomit. We had RGB cables, we had like RGB light boxes, RGB strips. They were basically putting RGB memory water blocks, RGB on, yeah, literally everything. And oh, even like you could get storage drives that had RGB on as well, and you don't even really see them. So yeah, I feel like that's maybe the way the industry is going, is more like white and wood and like kind of Scandinavian aesthetic. But maybe we're not there yet. Other color is winning now by quite a lot, 57%. This PC has a 285K, right? Yes, it does have a 285K. The new Intel Ultra Core, Intel, oh, the name is Intel Core Ultra 9. Yeah. So yeah, their new like flagship CPU, perfect for like overclocking, gaming. I think it's still very good at like video and photo editing and things as well. I totally lost where I am. Ah, all-in-one cooler. Yeah, 360 panorama. I'll just get the case out of the way a bit. We've got more space to unbox. Ooh. I found a screw. I don't know if that's from this build. I'll put it in my magnetic tray anyway, just in case. Oh, what was that from? That was from the fans. This is the part. I also am missing Chelsea. Chelsea's very neat. She's a very neat and tidy person, and she tends to like keep everything nice and tidy while we're doing the PC build, and I am a little bit chaotic. So yeah, I might start losing things as we go on. Oh, all that plastic off with you. Yeah, I like the shiny. Go. Should we? I've got another poll. Okay, so do we like mini screens in PCs, like on your all-in-one cooler or like on that height case with the touchscreen? Do we think that's cool or do we think that's useless? I have a mini screen at home on the front of my case, and I actually use it as a second monitor, which sounds insane, but it's great for Spotify. The Spotify player just sits perfectly in it. So if you've got something that's like full screen, it makes it a lot easier to see what's playing on my music and stuff and skip tracks. So yeah, mini screens, yay or nay? I am a yay. Oh, there it is. So cute. And this is the like high-end TRYX cooler as well. They've sent us the one that has the built-in VRM cooling. It's got the screen, and then there's also like a little fan inside as well that basically I think is meant to like blast air at the hot components on your motherboard, so kind of enhance your CPU and motherboard cooling even further. So yeah, thank you to TRYX for sending this. They've got lots of cool stuff coming out soon as well. I saw it all at Computex. There's a water block with a screen, which might already be out. And then they're calling it the stage, where you can put like a little model on it. So rather than like a curved screen, it's just like a flat surface, which I think is maybe a mirror, or it has like RGB on it, or it might even be a screen actually. And then you can put little like figurines on it. So if you're a fan of like Warhammer, for example, or you collect cute little, I don't know, Pokemon figurines or something, you could actually put them inside your PC. It's very cute. Oh, the packaging is fancy. Like a dust bag, keep it nice. I'm just seeing if there's any instructions. Okay, I can't see instructions. Ah, there they are. With hardware I'm not familiar with, I do always check the instructions because I don't want to be using the wrong bracket to install it. Start attaching like the AM5 bracket instead of the Intel one. Oh, careful, this thermal paste is pre-applied. Ah. Okay, so I need the piece that I removed earlier. Now this is another HAVN party trick. This piece that I removed from the top, I can now attach the all-in-one cooler outside the case. So I'm not, this would be much easier with Chelsea, but otherwise you're like trying to hold the cooler up and keep the thermal pasted block out of the way, and it makes it really awkward. But you can just install this outside the case, which is perfect. And TRYX, thank you, I love you. The fans are pre-installed, so I don't have to install them myself, which is great. And I think, oh, it's kind of set up though. Oh, what should we do? I think we could go either. Should we get chapter? Yeah, you'd have the cables here, wouldn't you? Like the tubes. I'd have the tubes there. Let's do that. So we got, I'm just adding this back in so I can like work out which way round I want the cooler to be. So we want that way. So, oh, the screen. Oh my goodness. It's a big chunk. Yeah, the tubes would be that way. So the screen. Ooh. Oh, maybe that even, you can maybe even take that off. Oh my god, I'm being stupid here. So it goes like that. Yeah. Thank god there's a cover on that, because I would have messed that up. So it goes in that way. Oh, and you even got the TRYX logo, that's cool. Yeah, you have this, yeah, you have the screen like that, don't you? So you can actually see. And then this would come off. And then it goes in like that. Okay, I've worked it out. Yeah, I need to be able to get at that back of that. Sorry guys, I know this is like not very fun to watch. I'm just trying, I'm a very visual person. I actually have to like do it with my hands to work out how it's gonna go. Okay, yeah, like that. And then the tubes will come down here and the block goes in like that. Nice. Right, so what bracket do we need? We need the Intel one. Let's get this. We'll get these fans on first, actually. What's in the box? That's CPU. Oh, and that's like a fan hub. Okay, it's got pictures on it, which is handy. What are we saying, chat, about the, oh, what poll do they have? Oh, yay or nay for screen. Is that a 50-50 split on the screens? Oh, it is. Well, you're getting one anyway. Even if you don't want one. It's free. It's free. Okay, so that's the back plate. That's the AM5. That's thermal paste, which is pre-installed. And that's my screwdriver. Okay, I got these in the tray. A magnetic tray is the most valuable thing you can buy when building a PC. It saves so much suffering from losing screws. If I just get like one of them in, and then the first one's always the hardest, isn't it? I shouldn't watch these high-end builds. It makes me want to get a new PC. Yes, buy a new PC. Buy a new PC from Overclockers, you must. Yes. Or build a PC, but buy the parts from Overclockers. I think it's always more fun to build, but I understand why building isn't for everyone. I mean, there's plenty of examples of our stream why you should not really build. Where is your other half? I know, Chelsea's caught that horrible flu that's going around, and I do really miss her, so I'm sorry Chelsea's not here. Everyone send healing wishes to Chelsea so that she gets well soon. I really don't want her to be ill over Christmas, because that would really suck. So yeah, everyone, Chelsea normally joins me on the stream. She was meant to join me today, but yeah, she's currently in bed with flu, and it's like, I think it's a pretty horrible strain if you like seen on the news. So yeah, hopefully she gets well soon. Everyone send healing wishes. Okay, I've definitely I've done this. I wasn't paying attention and I've screwed the screws in like the weirdest, worst order ever. TRYX looks awesome. It does look awesome. I love that it's curved because it gives like a 3D effect. And I think that is, yeah, super neat. It's different. There's a few different ones now, aren't there, with screens, but I think TRYX kind of do it the best. I've built my own PC since I was 13. Nice. I think I built my first PC when I was 15 or 16, I think, no, maybe even 17, because I had like a job, so I actually had money to buy parts. I had to wait until I, yeah, had money to get some parts. Pre-apply paste will get you up and running. Yeah, so the pre-apply paste, we don't normally use it overclockers. Like, I will make that known. So when the guys do the builds downstairs, when they take the all-in-one cooler out of the box, they wipe off the pre-applied paste, and then we use like a much better thermal paste. To be fair, not all pre-applied paste is bad, but in order to make sure that like we know our builds are consistently good for at least 3 years, yeah, we do add our own paste normally. Just because I'm live streaming this, for ease, I'm going to use the pre-applied paste. But yeah, we wouldn't normally use it. I think if you can add your own, then do that. Or yeah, I don't think it is applied nicely though, because it's nice and even across it. I'm really messing this up. I think because I'm trying to do it at like a funky angle, the shot on camera. It's not going well. Like normally you wouldn't tighten them fully up, and I'm doing that, and I think that's probably, yeah, that's too. You meant to just kind of half screw them in until all of them are in, and then finally tighten them up, which I'm not doing. I know it's boring again, isn't it? It's just more screwing. Does your financing department accept payment in organs? I might need to look into that with the current prices. I'm sure if we did, it would be a popular option, to be fair, but no, we do have finance options, but not currently organs. Yeah, I can put a good word in for the organ donation option. I'm waiting for the new Fantex Black Envy 7 case on pre-order. Oh yeah, that's a really nice case actually. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's quite popular. When you go down into tech and see all the builds on test, there's quite a lot of Fantech cases. Yeah, quite a few people go for those for sure. What's winning on our poll? Let's have a quick look. Ooh, yay for the screen. That's good. You're getting a screen, so yay for the screen. I got to invest in a new keyboard, to be honest. This thing is ancient. Well, maybe if you win the giveaway, remember you'll also get a keyboard that behind me, which you can see like is quite small. There's a ROG Falchion RX low profile, which you could win, and there's also matching headset and mouse there as well. So yeah, you might be able to. Oh, I'm using the wrong screw. Oh my god. I picked up a completely different screw. Yeah, so you could win. I know, yeah, membrane is not great. Once you go to mechanical though, you can never go back to membrane. Membrane just feels all sorts of wrong after that. Watching you build my new Mac 6. Brilliant work, guys. Yes, me and Chelsea built a Mac 6. That was a really fun stream actually. I enjoyed that. That was great fun. The Mac 6 is a brilliant system actually. It's like one of our flagship pre-built PCs. What's people's thoughts on liquid metal? That's a great question. Should we have that as a poll? So we've got yay on the screen. Should we have liquid metal, yay or nay? Personally, I am a nay because I am not that neat at building PCs. I'm a little bit clumsy. I can make mistakes, and you can't make a mistake with liquid metal because it will just fry everything. I'm sure 8-Pack is a yay because he's all about performance. Performance is king in 8-Pack's world, so I'm sure he's yay on the liquid metal because it's really, really good for heat, the transfer of heat, like heat dissipation. It provides perfect contact between the block and your CPU. So yeah, he's probably a yay, but I'm a nay. I think it's too risky for me. I'll probably like fry my motherboard. I might even drop it on my graphics card. I imagine it would probably be a disaster if I did anything with liquid metal. Let's have a look at how are we doing the yay or nay on the liquid metal. We're gonna try and get that as a poll. Oh, it's currently 50-50. Place your bets. If you say yay, you have to have done it though. I made that a rule. You can't say yay if you've never actually done it. I think it's too risky. Right, okay. That is the radiator installed. Lovely. Sorry, it took me a while. I was doing it at a weird angle, which wasn't helping. Carbon pads are really good for long-term use. They're a bit of a pain to install, but when done right, they are great. Liquid metal is unreal, but has mega risks. I agree. I agree with that one. I'm going for an ASUS Astral 5090. Hell yeah. Oh my goodness. I'm jealous. It's such a beautiful card, that as well. I love that it's got like that fourth fan on the back to help with the cooling. ATX 1600 watt PSU. Should I upgrade to an ATX 3.1? I'm not sure about that actually. Because an ATX 3.0 still has the 12 volt connector, but to be fair, if you're spending that much on your graphics card, I suppose you might as well upgrade and get the revised power supply, because the 3.1 essentially they've just made a few changes to that connector to reduce the risk of like any burning. So I think ATX 3.0 is probably fine, but if you're dropping that much money on a GPU, I suppose you might as well upgrade at the same time, because I'm sure that power supply you could always sell it on like eBay or something and get most of your money back. Right, okay, this looks really sketchy right now. I don't want to like dangle I'm going to come around the other side I think, because I don't want to dangle the block and just like smack it into the motherboard. So I'm going to come around where it's a little bit easier. Here we go. Yeah, I love that. So easy. HAVN is so smart. You can tell it was designed by people that actually build PCs. I'll put that on there for now. And then I need to install the backplate for Intel CPU. I keep forgetting what this new socket's called. It's like LGA, is it 200 and something? Is it 2011? What's the new socket called? I'm trying to see if it says on here. Oh, that's big instructions. Oh, it just says Intel Core Ultra. It doesn't say. LGA 1851. There we go. Yeah, LGA 1851. Okay, so we've got this backplate. Oh my god, okay. It looks different to the one in the diagram, but I'm going to trust it. And then it says for Intel Core, pin. TRYX, this is not that clear, I'll be honest. Maybe that, if there's no other back plate, is there? It does look really different to the one here. Ah, I reckon that's actually the... Is it the head on the block? Yeah, okay, I think we have to adjust this. Has anyone else installed one of these? How do you adjust that? Okay. For LGA 1851 out. I don't even, it doesn't even, I don't even know. I'm gonna hope that fits. Should we check? So 70 for Intel Core. So they have got numbers on them, but the numbers don't see, it just says 78, 78 or 75, 75, but rather than saying like what socket it is. So this should be 2 bumps for previous, or 1 bump. Oh. This is me. Anytime I build something from IKEA, this is me. I'm just staring at it like, ah. I think that's correct. Because 78 by 78 would make sense because it's a bigger socket, so therefore it's the bigger number. I just don't know why they didn't write on it. Like, you know, a lot of the backplates do have them written on it. So I'm just going to check to see if this actually lines up with this. I'm going to pray that it does. Okay, yeah, it does. Okay, so as long as this fits, I'm trying to make sure the thermal paste doesn't go anywhere. As long as this fits through the back of the motherboard, we'll be good. Is it fitting? Try the other way. Yeah, I think. Maybe. Yeah, I think so. Kind of tight though. Yeah, okay. And then, what do we use to attach it? Step 1, put that through. Yeah, done that. Step 2, add the black things. Okay. Makes sense. Oh no, have I lost one? Oh no, it's okay, it's under there. How's everyone doing in the chat? Liquid metal, nay. I agree, to be fair. I think nay liquid metal is the safer option for sure. Yeah, I would be a bit scared of liquid metal. 1851 bright, no 1700. Yeah, that's, I couldn't remember the name of the socket. I really couldn't remember it. 2011 was the HDT and okay, so I didn't make up 2011. I think, yeah, I was making up numbers to be fair because I couldn't remember the name of it. That's a chunky block. I love seeing the confusion. I was a little bit, just so you guys can see, that's like the instructions there and it just doesn't make any sense to me. It just has like an arrow, but I can't work out how you would move that piece anyway, to be fair, but I'm gonna hope that it fits okay. Call me a noob. I don't think I've ever seen an area with a fan directly on the pump. Yeah, so that is a TRYX thing. And this is like their, because we've got the flagship one. They've got an SE version, which I'm told is like the standard edition. And then the PANORAMA, like proper 360 one, has this extra fan, which has this little like vent here on the screen. And I think it's meant to blow air at like your VRMs to help cool them or like help cool your memory. So it's meant to provide some extra cooling on your motherboard, which is quite cool and quite useful. Oh, I think I might have used the wrong standoffs maybe. No, I think there was only those. Okay, they look taller than the ones in the picture, so hopefully they're okay. Because the screw, not much really sticks out the top. Ah, okay, you have to just really push them on. There you go. Gotta manhandle it. There we go. Right, so those hold the back place in place with a bit of plastic. I'm working this out for everyone that buys one of these coolers. And then we just push this on. And then it's got screws already on there. Okay, I'm going to go around the other side because I think that will be a little bit easier. I can see the screen quite good as well around here for like the chat as well. Let's see if we... Okay, so... Yeah, we want the tubes underneath, didn't we? I might plug this on as well, because it'll be easier before I install it all. That's for the pump. I'll plug it in the actual... Motherboard's got a dedicated pump header, which if you do install an all-in-one cooler, it's best to use the pump header, because then I think it always runs at like 100%, which is much better for your all-in-one cooler. I think you can use the CPU header, CPU system fan header, but I think you have to then tell it in the BIOS that it's a pump. Okay. I'm not sure this is lining up. Oh yeah, there we go. There we go. Ooh, those are really tight. Those are really tight, and that tube is like in the way of that one completely. Oh, you know what I can use? My colleague gave me. Hopefully it's the correct size. Look at this. It's so small and cute. It's a little stubby screwdriver. So I'm gonna attempt to use this really awkward one. Oh no, that failed. Okay. I've not installed one of these coolers before. I've done the TRYX SE a few times, but never this, the full PANORAMA. Let's try, just get one of them to hook up. That should be easy, because you're meant to cross tighten them. Maybe if I just do the 3 that are a bit easier to access, I'll just kind of gently gets something. No, they're not even like going on at all. Oh. Is that okay? That one definitely has contact. Oh, there we go. That top right one. Yeah, you are meant to technically cross tighten them. I'm going to try and do the 3 that I actually have access to. And then try and get that much more difficult one. Yeah, there we go. Okay, now I can have a go at the difficult one and it's not going to fall off. Get that tube out of the way. This would also be much easier with Chelsea, so it's a shame she is not here. Ah, there we go. That sounded like a good noise. I don't like they're not thumb screws. A lot of cooler manufacturers use thumb screws, which I think is better because it's quite easy to like over tighten it with a screwdriver. And I know contact on these larger Intel CPUs is also really important when it comes to cooling. So our tech department will definitely have to redo this because I feel like that's not very well on. They're going to have to redo it anyway because of the thermal paste, but yeah, I feel like that's not, I think I just need to get it tighter. The little plastic like stoppers I don't think are quite fully on. Needs to be tightened down a bit more. It's a bit wobbly. There we go. I also don't want to screw it so tight that it just goes through the motherboard. You screw it a few times, it starts to give you a bit of resistance as well, but I'm not getting it so far. I feel like I'm screwing and screwing. And it's like really tight. Still screwing. Still screwing. Okay, that feels like it's a bit tighter. Let's do the other one. I know this is really boring as well because you can't even see what I'm doing. My head's in the way. Come on. Any resistance. I guess I'll just keep screwing and screwing and screwing until it feels like it's in place. Because I don't want it to wobble, because then the screen would be like falling off and it would look really weird. Okay, that is definitely tight. Let's try this one again. That one's good. And that top left one. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, there we go. We got there in the end. That was just a bit concerning. I much prefer when it has thumb screws, because when you've got thumb screws, you've got more of an idea of how much pressure you're applying. But with the screwdriver, I was really worried it was over tightening it. But I think those threads are just really long, so you actually have to turn it quite a few times to get it in place. But that's definitely on there now. It seemed like it took ages to tighten up, but we're good, because you've got quite a heavy screen to put on it, so you want to make sure that it's actually attached properly, otherwise the whole thing could just fall off. And because it's removable, I quite like that you can then choose which way round you want it. I think we're going to have it like this, because then also this mesh here with the holes means the fan should blow the cool air at the VRMs, which I think is kind of the design of the cooler. Is that on there? Ah, the cable route's up there, okay. I think the cable route's up there. Yeah. How are we looking? I think that looks great. Let's get this away. How are we doing for time? Ooh! Oh my goodness. I can't believe how much time has gone. You guys have made it so fun. Let's have a quick look at the chat. Hold the bracket behind the block plus the screwdriver. Yeah, managed to get there in the end. Managed to get the block and the screwdriver in place. No split ends. No, all good. It's not a bad head. So yeah, sorry, my head was completely blocking the camera for a bit. A head, yeah, I feel like a head torch would actually be a good option, to be fair. Like, your head's that deep in the case. I'm planning to build a PC with 7800X3D and RX 6900 16GB. That is a really good PC. It's slightly older now because you do have the 9000 series is out, and also you have got the new 9070 XT from AMD. Although the VRAM on the RX 6900 is very tempting with 16GB. A screwdriver with a torque setting, that would be a brilliant idea. I might actually look into that because that would be very useful. I think the guys downstairs might already have that, to be fair. Yeah, I'm not sure. Probably the tech department does. Yeah, upgrade the CPU to a 90. That's what I would go for, to be fair. I'd go for a 9800X3D. I have a 7800X3D, but I did build my PC nearly 2 years. Was it a year ago or 2 years ago now? It was like around Christmas, but I can't. Yeah, I think it might have been 2 years ago now. Yeah, so I'd probably go for a 9800X3D. Bryony has good hair. Thank you. Thank you. I use a lot of conditioner. That's my secret, is lots of conditioner, of like many types of conditioner. Yeah, if you want long hair, if you're a rocker, or if you're one of the 5% of our audience that is a woman, and I'm pleased to have you, lots of conditioner. Okay, cool. I'll move on. Let's go for the power supply. Is really important. Actually, let's just quickly finish this off and get rid of that cable. This connects into a USB header, and that's how it does the screen. Where would be a good place to thread this up? Probably through this one. There we go. Cool. And then that can come up. I think USB, yeah, it's down the bottom there. Plug it in down there. So, power supply. I don't know if we're going to finish today, but we're going to get pretty close, that's for sure. There's only a couple more bits to go. We've got power supply and graphics card, and then we're pretty much done. Why is there an 8-pin at the bottom? I don't know. That's a great question. I think we should Google it. Does it explain on the motherboard? It does not explain why. There's a great diagram on the back of the motherboard box, but it doesn't actually explain why it has a third 8-pin. I can only assume it's for like some sort of extreme overclocking feature. Surely the Intel Ultra-Core processor does not need 3 to power it. But maybe it does. It doesn't actually explain on the box why it has that third 8-pin connector. So we have the Seasonic power supply, if you're just joining us. Yeah, I did kind of go through all the components at the start, but ooh, what do we got? 50, oh, it's like a giveaway, okay. Remember to enter the giveaway to win the PC. I've not spoken about it much, but yeah, don't forget guys, you could win this. This exact one that I'm building right now. Built right now on live stream, you could win. Yeah, that's just an installation guide, and oh, very nice. Seasonic cable ties. We've got a kettle lead. Oh. It has such good new tech smell. Anything that's super electronic, like the motherboard box, GPU box, and power supply box, has like the best smell. It must be something to do with the soldering or the cables or the wires or something that just make it smell amazing. Oh, these are really nice cables. They're not braided, they're like a plastic, but they're super flexible, like thin and flexible, so this should be nice and easy to route. Okay, so the 8-pin connector is a PCIe supplemental power for high-power GPUs used in AI computing. So I'm guessing that means like Quadro cards? Or would it be RTX Blackwell Pro or whatever they're called, the new ones? RTX 6000, like those crazy graphics cards. So even though it's kind of a gaming motherboard, I guess you could also use it for AI as well, because it's a fair enough feature for MSI to add. We need SATA. What was that? That was We don't need that because we've got a 50 series graphics card. We don't need that one. We do need our 12 volt power connector. And we've got, that's the CPU. We need 2 CPUs, so hopefully, oh, we definitely need a 24 pin. PCIe. Ooh, we might have a power supply with 1. Oh no, there is 2 CPUs. Yay! I was gonna say it's 1000 watts, so you think it would come with 2. Some of the the lower end power supplies, they come with 1 CPU 8-pin connector, not 2. And some of the high-end AM5 boards and Intel boards have 2. But you normally only need 2 if you've got like the flagship CPU and you're overclocking it. Obviously, I'm not going to overclock this PC. It'll just come stock, but it does have the 2 if you want to use 2. And it's even got a 3rd one, which is apparently for PCIe, but we're definitely not going to need that with a 5070, for sure. It's not that powerful. New PC smell over new car smell. I actually agree. I don't think new car smell is that great. Well, I guess it depends on the car. If there's a lot of leather in there, I think leather smells really good. But yeah, new PC smell or like new tech smell, because phones have the same smell. That's definitely the winner for me. It's like one of the best smells ever. It beats like cut grass for sure. Okay, let's have a quick look at the chat. Seasonic's been building PSUs for decades. Really good. Yeah, I love Seasonic PSUs. They're also an OEM for a lot of like the high-end CPUs, I think from like Fantex and ASUS and stuff are actually made by Seasonic. So yeah, they're a great power supply manufacturer. Some motherboards also have extra power connector for dual PSU builds. Yeah, we do. Some of the 8-pack systems we sell do have dual power supplies in, which is really cool. So yeah, it definitely makes sense. They've got high motherboards have got support for that. Hi Nemo in the chat, being a very handy moderator. What could you be doing to require 2 power supplies? Well, we have the 8-pack Supernova, which has 7 GPUs in it. And when they're 7 5090s, I think it's got 2 2000 watt power supplies in it. So it's like 4000 watts basically. So if you go to our website and look up the Supernova, yeah, the spec on that is crazy. And that's basically why you'd need 2 power supplies. A normal gaming PC, you wouldn't need one necessarily. My new power supply has 2 for 12, but only 1 on the GPU. So the power supply does have the cable. Should I buy a 2 to 1 12? 2 12. Oh, that question's frying my brain. You ideally want to avoid using like extra connectors, I guess. I suppose it's best to just have it like coming directly from the power supply. I always go for an ASUS GPU. Yeah, ASUS is good. I mean, Palit is also good, to be fair. We don't really have, because we sell so many GPU brands, if there was an issue with one, we would notice immediately because we'd be getting loads of RMAs back from a specific brand. But to be honest, like, they all seem pretty good, to be fair. Yeah, there's not one that stands out. Nemo, what a legend. Yeah, the GPU is Palit for this build. Where is it? Here it is. Yeah, Gaming Pro from Palit. It's we'll hopefully we'll get time. Right, I need to hurry up. I've got 15 minutes. Okay, let's get these connectors in. And I've not even got the power supply out of the box. I've just got the cables out. That was really dumb. Too busy chatting and not building. Yeah, here we go. Here we go. Oh, comes in a little bag. That's fancy. Ready for the big reveal? Okay, come on. Doesn't want to come out. Shy. There we go. Nice. Ooh. Okay, that's like very strong. It almost smells like dentist. It smells that strong. get all these connected up. I always add all the connections before I put it in the case, because it's much easier with a modular power supply to insert them before. And I won't make the mistake me and Chelsea made on another live stream where we plugged them in, but one of them like wasn't fully plugged in, and then we went to turn on the PC and just nothing happened. But yeah, I'll try not to make that mistake. So that is for the CPU. Yep, CPU. Got another CPU. Not a fan of the 12 volt power connector. Yeah, I've got one in my PC at home, and it's a 4090, and I think I've probably disconnected it like once ever, but I do kind of look at it sometimes and I'm like, are you one day just gonna burn? But to be fair, we sell thousands of PCs here, and I don't think we've ever had one back where that power connector has failed. So I think if it is an issue, it's extremely rare, and you'd have to be super unlucky for it to happen. So yeah, I think I'm not a huge fan of it, but it exists, and for now it seems like it's not an issue. I know it's quite easy, like you go on Reddit and you're like, oh my god, there's so many people that their power connector is failing, but sometimes if your power connector works fine, you don't really tell anyone, do you? It's only if it's damaged you actually would post it online. So there seems to be thousands of systems that we sold that seem to be perfectly fine. So yeah, I like to think that it would be okay. Cool. So that's my fancy 12 volt power connector in. It's even got like a little label on it to tell you what it is. Alright, I'm just double checking. That is the issue with them, is that you have to triple check that it's actually in fully. But this is the 3.1. So it is already the revised version as well, which is nice. I think they made some changes, didn't they, to the pin layouts to try and improve it. So this is actually the revised version of the new connector as well, which is good. So let's get it in. Do you guys? Oh, hang on, SATA as well. Definitely want that, because I think this case, it needs it for something. Or does it? I might have lied then. I don't think it does need it. No, it doesn't. Perfect. That can go back in the box. Yeah, because it doesn't have a fan hub, does it? So I install my power supply with the fan facing down. I think that makes the most sense to me, because it's gonna. There's a nice. Let's do the peely. Everyone loves the peely. Oh, that was satisfying. Yeah, I think the fan can intake nice cold air then from outside the case. So that's where I install my power supply. Spin it around. There we go. And I think it didn't come with screws, but we've got the nice HAVN accessory box, so we don't need those ones. Don't need those ones. Have a dig through here, see if we've got some screws. Will the winner get Haribos included? I hope so. I don't know for sure, but pretty much every parcel we ship out gets Haribos, so I like to think they'd probably give extra Haribos for the giveaway. So I'll check with my colleague that's organised it. Em and Jacob, who work as part of the marketing team, have like put loads of work into getting this giveaway all set up and organised. So I'll mention to them to add extra Haribos before it gets shipped out. So you guys, yeah, get extra Haribos included. I hope ASUS will come out with a 5070 Super Dual series with 16GB of VRAM. Currently have 12GB of VRAM. Yeah, I think it would be nice to see some smaller GPUs. I think the issue is because the new 50 series is like so powerful in a lot of ways, and it uses a lot of power as well. It gets hot, and then you can't really have these smaller coolers. But oh, hang on, apparently there is one that exists. A single fan 5070 does exist. I don't know if it would perform as well though, but I suppose you don't really mind. If it's small, you know you're probably not going to get as good cooling. Ah, it was announced today. Okay, cool. So what is it? An Is it, who is it that makes it? Oh, it's Colourful. Colourful announced the Mini 50 series. Oh, that's cute. And it's a 5060 Ti with 16GB as well. So that's very handy. I can see that being popular if you want to do a small form factor build. Oh yeah, it's really cute. I wonder how it performs though. It's like quite a lot of heat, isn't it? Because I think the actual PCBs on the 50 series are really small compared to the size of the cooler. They have like a massive cooler on them. Oh, I've been told I did get the stubby screwdriver out. I don't know what I did with it. Where's the stubby screwdriver? Ah, there it is. I keep forgetting. Basically, my colleague Nemo gave me this today. It was like, you have to use this for the whole stream. But look at it. It is really cute, but it's also quite useless, to be honest. I can imagine there's certain situations where this is extreme. Oh, to be fair, installing the GPU, that's going to be quite handy, I reckon. Right, I'm going to skip, you know what, because I want to get the GPU in, and I've got like 5 minutes, I'm going to skip plugging the power supply cables in, which you definitely would not normally do. Yeah, because it won't power on without them. I've installed it anyway, so I'm now going to install the GPU, which is totally backwards, just so you guys can get the full effect of, yeah, everything in the build. And also, I want to see the GPU, to be honest. Because I like new tech, and I'm so sorry whoever gets this. The box is mangled. Here it is, the Gaming Pro OC edition. And palette. We'll test that theory earlier. Someone said in chat that palette cards feel a bit plasticky, so we'll see what I think of it. I'm not that picky really, because I think like your GPU, as long as it looks good and it's nice and cool. Ooh! Whoa! That's stickers! Those are amazing stickers! Look at that! They're so shiny! The temptation to stick these all over this right now is very high, but I don't want to ruin it for the winner. So I will resist. Instead, I'm going to get the power supply. Oh, not power supply, graphics card. You don't really get much else in the box, but you do get some very cool stickers. Here it is. Ooh! I like the design of the backplate. That's pretty nice. It is completely made of plastic though, to be fair. But they've sort of given it this effect, like it is like a brushed metal finish, but I don't think it is actually brushed metal because it doesn't feel cold like metal does. I think it is made of plastic, but it's a nice design, and it's super thin as well. It's a very thin cooler. So if you were someone that wanted to install like some sound cards or a capture card in like the other PCIe slots, you'd have plenty of room with this graphics card. Whereas like if you've seen the ASUS Astral card, that thing is so chunky. It takes up like 3.5 slots, whereas this is actually a 2.5 slot card. So that's very reasonable. Right, I'll use stubby. Get these metal backplates out. Oh, that's actually so useless. Let's have a look in chat. Minimal RGB on that GPU. Yeah, it does have very minimal RGB. I think this is going to be a pretty sleek case. Very minimal. It looks so ugly coming out. Do you guys not like this card? Should we vote on it? Do we like the palette card? Yay or nay? Yay or nay for the palette card? I actually quite like it because it's just a sleek black, minimal RGB. Triple fan cooler. Nice and thin so you can actually use your other PCIe slots if you want to. That's not useless. It is. Look at that. I was meant to be using it for the whole stream, but I forgot, to be honest, and yeah. Can you blame me? Right, I'm going to come around the front so I don't mess this up. Everyone vote on if you think the palette card is nice. It's free if you win, so... Ooh, this bit's nerve-wracking, isn't it? Oh, the clippy. Ah, the clippy's not down. Normally it goes in quite easy. Ah, there we go. It just wasn't lined up. Perfect. Look at that, guys. Remember to enter. You could win for free. Oh, I'm never getting these screws in with a stubby. Sorry. I like this. I like this one. Okay. I know it's completely out of order, like the 24 pin isn't even in right now, but we'll get this GP in. Oh, I've got like 1 minute. 1 minute. Like fast, faster, 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 faster. There we go. Look at that. Here we go. Let's get it looking. Where's the top panel? Don't even look at the back. It looks horrible at the back. There's like cables hanging out everywhere. It's completely unfinished. Here we go. Ugh. How does that look, guys? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Right. Let's remember. I've not even really shown this off full stream. Remember, guys, enter the giveaway now. For Christmas, you could win this PC, this epic AOC monitor, which does 4K and 1080p and 360 hertz and was it 160 hertz and 320 hertz? It does many things for free. Oh my god, please go on the desk. Okay, and then you could also win all of these ASUS peripherals. Amazing. In white. All of this for free. And these Edifier speakers, which I have white Edifier speakers at home. I think it might actually be these ones, and they sound really good. Yes, this would be an epic win for someone. Yes, enter the giveaway, guys. I hope you all have a wonderful Christmas. This is going to be our last live stream of the year. So yeah, I'll see you all again in the new year. I hope you have a great time. I wish you all the best of luck with the giveaway. I really hope that one of you watching the stream right now wins. That'll make my Christmas for sure. Yeah, so thank you to everyone, all of the people that were involved in sending us hardware for this build, like ASUS, HAVN, Palit, Intel, Kingston, AOC. It's such an epic giveaway. Oh, Edifier, of course. Oh, there's a picture of the speakers on the back. You guys can see what they look like. Yeah, so enter the giveaway. Have a wonderful Christmas. Thank you so much for joining me. I had a brilliant time. Send healing thoughts to Chelsea so she gets well soon. And I will see you again in the new year. Bye.